Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in. This is the Football Planet here on your Pan-African channel, Africanews. I'm Victor Mwisio. Coming up for you on this program, TP Mazembe are the African champions of the CAF Confederations. The Congolese Giants forced a goalless draw on Saturday to overcome South Africa's SuperSport United and successfully defend their crown. Details on that coming up. And then on that same note, local coaches continue to show their dominance in this particular competition, that is the CAF Confederations Cup. TP Mazembe coach Pamphile Mihayo Kazembe is the latest to add to the tally. We have compiled a report on that. Away from the continent, in Barcelona, Lionel Messi is a Catalan for life, or so he says, after signing a new 4-year contract, ending speculation that the 5-time World Player of the Year would be leaving the club for free next June. Stay tuned for more. TP Mazembe are the African champions of the CAF Confederations. The Congolese Giants forced a goalless draw in the second leg of the Cup final on Saturday to overcome South Africa's SuperSport United and successfully defend their crown. Now, the victory adds a third continental title for Mazembe for the third successive year after taking the 2015 CAF Champions League as well. Mazembe now return to Lubumbashi, $1.525 million richer, while SuperSport United pockets some $625,000 as prize money. Let's have a look at the following report.
A gutsy performance in the return leg of the 2017 CAF Confederation Cup final saw TP Mazembe defend the title on Saturday at a cold and wet Lucas Moripe Stadium in Pretoria, South Africa. Mazembe came into the fixture with a narrow 2-1 lead and succeeded to successfully defend their title with an entertaining barren draw against a determined SuperSport United. Surprisingly, it was Mazembe who started off like a house on fire, putting off the homers on the back foot from kickoff. It took SuperSport at least 30 minutes to settle, but as the rain continued to fall, they began to win the midfield battles and set up chances. Centre-back Tefu Mashamaite, who had come forward for a free kick, was just offside as his diving header went into the net, only to be correctly disallowed by the Senegalese officiating team. Mazembe central defender Kasango Chongo got sent off with 10 minutes to go, but SuperSport lost their numerical advantage when Tuso Pala got a straight red for a dangerous tackle. It was 0-0 at full-time and a third continental title for Mazembe for the third successive year after taking the 2015 CAF Champions League.
All right, now the dominance of African coaches over their European counterparts in CAF Confederation Cup finals continued on Saturday when SuperSport United of South Africa and TP Mazembe of the Democratic Republic of Congo were facing off. Let's listen to the following report.
The dominance of African coaches over their European counterparts in CAF Confederation Cup finals continued on Saturday when SuperSport United of South Africa and TP Mazembe of the Democratic Republic of Congo faced off. SuperSport are coached by former South African midfielder Eric Tinkler and Mazembe by Congolese Pamphile Mihayo, who once played for the club. There have been 13 previous finals in the African equivalent of the UEFA Europa League, and 9 have been won by clubs with local coaches. Veteran Tunisian Fawzi Bensati achieved glory twice with the Étoile du Sahel, the 2006 and 2015 winners. He is among 3 Confederation Cup winning coaches who also boast victories in the more prestigious CAF Champions League, achieving the feat with Esperance. The others who completed the double were Ghanaian Cecil Jones Atakwaefio, who died in 2015, and Moroccan Hussein Amota. Atakwaefio won both competitions with the Accra outfit, Hearts of Oak, while Amota lifted the Confederation Cup with FUS Rabat and the Champions League this year with Wydad Casablanca.
All right, now today we are introducing a topical issue, that of local coaches versus foreign coaches. Now, years after the late Nigerian coach Stephen Keshi spoke out in favor of African coaches being given more opportunities, the trend towards hiring foreign coaches still remains. Now, on the line, we have a football analyst, Jeff Kinyanju in Kenya, to speak to us about this. Hello, Jeff. Thanks for staying on the line. Now, what do you make of this trend, starting from a Kenyan perspective and broader into a continental perspective?
Well, I think it's good for African countries to employ foreign coaches as long as they are good coaches, not just any other European to come to Africa and work. As long as they're better than the local coaches, then there's no problem because, as an African, I would also like to work in Europe as long as I have the expertise needed. So it's not really a big problem for us. As long as they bring in the expertise needed, which is what happens most of the times, it's okay with me. We have good coaches like Claude Leroy, Havre, who have done wonders in Morocco right now and Togo. So as long as they have the expertise needed, it's okay. There's no any big problem. In Kenya right now, the federation recently contracted Paul Put, who's taking over from Stanley Okumbi. Stanley Okumbi did not have such a good record since he was appointed, and we're waiting to see if indeed Paul Put will do a good job starting with the CAF Senior Challenge Cup that begins early in December.
All right, and Jeff, before we let you go, do you think there is a possible way out of this?
The best way to go about this is to make sure that the local coaches, these African coaches, are just as well trained as their European counterparts. And I think it's high time CAF change their coaching courses to be in tandem with the UEFA coaches, because it's obvious that the UEFA coaches are more superior as compared to the UEFA coaches. So compared to the CAF coaching coaches. So CAF should now think of doing away with this CAF level B, and if not doing away with them, then make sure they are at par with the UEFA coaches. And as well, some of these African coaches need to now open their minds and start undergoing this UEFA level A, level B, and level C. They attend these coaching badges from UEFA, because it means they'll now have interacted with the best European coaches and get that experience, and also stand a chance of venturing outside of Africa. And then now they'll have a better chance or a similar chance when African federations are looking for coaches, since they'll have the experience and the same training with their European counterparts.
Okay, that was Jeff Kinyanjui, a football analyst in Nairobi, Kenya. In his opinion, African coaches need to up their game. You can also weigh in on this discussion, and we'll share your views next week. The question we have today is, why do African federations tend to prefer foreign coaches with little trust on local managers? Send us your reactions by tweeting us at Africanews, at Africanews Sport, or use the hashtag #FootballPlan. You can also directly tweet me at Muisio_. Now crossing over to Europe, Lionel Messi is in Barca to stay. Messi has signed a new contract with the Catalans that will see him in the club until 2021. The deal now ends speculations that the 5-time World Player of the Year could leave the club he has spent his entire career for free next June. The club president, Josep Maria Bartomeu, is happy about his stay, and here's what he had to say.
Leo Messi està molt content, està feliç.
He will give us much more. Leo Messi is very happy and motivated with the great teammates that he has and a new coach like Ernesto, and we are hoping to begin a new winning era.
Actualment estem ben situats a totes les competicions.
Right now, we are well placed in all competitions, and obviously Leo is our leader. Leo's contract runs until 2021. It's a 4-year contract. We still have lots of things to enjoy from him, so we are happy and looking forward to the next league match. We want to see him on the pitch doing what he does every match.
Still in Europe, but in England this time, furious Sadio Mane had a bust up on the pitch with Liverpool boss Jurgen Klopp. The Senegalese star lost the plot after being kept on the bench for 89 minutes of their 1-1 draw at Anfield with Chelsea. Now, the German said he shouted at him because he was in the center and he wanted him to play in the right wing. Klopp tried to cool him down, but the Senegal star ended up storming off down the tunnel as shocked fans looked on, still unimpressed that he was introduced too late to make an impact. And in the Bundesliga, Gabonese star Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang scored a brace and also got sent off in the second half after picking a second yellow card offense in a Bundesliga clash between Schalke 04 and his German side Borussia Dortmund. Schalke 04 got a stoppage time equalizer as they roared from 4-0 down at halftime to complete an astonishing comeback and snatch a 4-4 draw. Let's have a look at the highlights. All right, like we already know, World Cup stadiums come in all shapes and sizes. Qatar unveiled the design for its Razabu Abboud Stadium in the capital Doha, saying it will be the first stadium of its kind that will be fully dismountable and reusable after the World Cup. The 40,000-seater stadium will be built using shipping containers on the Doha waterfront and is due for completion at the end of 2020. All right, that's all we had time for today. Remember to keep up with the world of sport on our website, africanews.com/sport, both in French and in English. Do have a fantastic weekend. I'm Victor Muisio. Until next time.